When I moved from Germany to Croatia, I chose to live here in Zagreb. It wasn't a complicated decision for me. On paper, Germany seems to have it all. Structure, higher, better salaries, and more established support systems in place, like healthcare and great neighborhoods and schools for families. So the question is, why make this move and why now? Before moving to Zagreb, I spent over 20 years based in Germany working in IT and consulting. And in many ways, that environment works mostly as expected. Things were structured, orderly, and efficient, just like the German stereotypes. There was a clear system for how work and daily life would operate. But over time, I started to question whether that structure was what I actually wanted long term. The shift wasn't about one specific point or moment. It was more gradual, a growing realization that I was settling in a way for a steady paycheck. But not necessarily for how I wanted my daily life to feel. And that's why I started looking at alternatives. I knew Croatia offered something different for me. Not in terms of being better, but different in how life is structured. There's more flexibility in how people approach their time, maybe more emphasis or balance on everyday living, and a different overall pace. And because I already had a connection here through citizenship and family, it made that change more realistic. But even with that, choosing to move here still meant accepting certain trade-offs. One of the first decisions was where to actually live. Coastal areas are what most people think of when they think of Croatia. And that offers a very appealing lifestyle. But when you think about daily life, whether that's work, structure, consistency, it doesn't always provide the same level of support. And that's something I experienced more clearly after spending time in places like Pula and other parts of Istria on the coast. That's what led me here to Zagreb. It's not just for the opportunity to work here. It offers a balance that's harder to find in other parts of the country. There's enough infrastructure, activities, and professional opportunity to support daily life, while still feeling more relaxed compared to Germany. You still have access to everything you need, but the overall pace feels different. And that balance is what made it the right choice for me. At the same time, this decision comes with trade-offs. Salaries are certainly lower, bureaucracy can be less efficient, and there's more uncertainty in certain areas of life. And these are things you have to be realistic about. This isn't a perfect alternative, it's a different one. Ultimately, this wasn't just a geographic move. It was a shift in priorities. From prioritizing consistency and predictability to focusing more on how I want everyday life to actually feel. And that's really the key question behind a move like this. Not just where you live, but what kind of life you're trying to build. If you're thinking about moving to Croatia, there's always trade-offs you need to consider. My goal is to share more content like this, focused on what it's actually like to live here, not just visit. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.